Well, welcome back, family. And of course, today we have what is becoming easily one of my favorite artists right now, Monay Sha'Reece. This is actually your second time with us, and I'm always excited to have you here with us because you got some depth to you, sis. You got some real depth to you. You are all in. So let's do a quick recap, give the people that are going to be watching this a little bit of the background, who you are, so on and so forth, and then we'll hop into some more particulars in a second.
Okay. I am Monay Sha'Reece. I am a singer, songwriter, producer, and also have been rapping. So I guess I can say I'm a rapper as well. And basically, I am just getting back into dropping current music. My latest release was Double Back on the 19th of June. And I just dropped a video for it, the mic drop video, and then I'll still have the real video also following that up and getting back in motion. I got projects on the way. I got singles on the way. I got collaborations with other artists on the way. And I got some artists that I'm working with that will be coming out to represent some of my songwriting. So just working in all areas.
Okay, I love that. I'm excited for all of it for you. That's going to be super dope. So again, it's a little bit of a recap. Let us all remind us rather of where you from and where you are right now.
Yeah, so predominantly Bay Area artists. I'm well known with some of your most known Bay Area rappers. Some of those are like my mentors and my brothers. So I would say Central Valley, Bay Area, still is like my home. And I've been in LA a lot more this past year. Just working with a lot of amazing producers, working in a lot of songwriting camps lately, working on sync placements and things like that. So, I lived in Georgia for a few years. I'm kind of like all over the place. I also went to college in Sacramento. So, predominantly, Central Valley, Bay Area. LA sees me a lot. I'm kind of just up and down. California, to be honest. And I was able to perform in Mexico three
Oh,
times this
wow.
year. So that was
Okay.
pretty awesome.
All right. So let's jump into that. Tell us about that. So are you fluent in Spanish? What were the venues you worked at, and how did you even get there? Let's get it.
So I typically go to Mexico a lot to relax, and I have some friends and family that actually live out there. So the first instance, I actually was there to eat at a restaurant, and their musician didn't show up, and I was like being funny, like because my son speaks fluent Spanish, he's 8. So he was
Okay.
like telling the guy, he was like, my mom sings, and they're having a whole conversation. And he's like, oh, you sing? And he was like, well, sing something. He was like, Mom, he said sing. So then I sang, and they were like, oh, well, can we just pay you to perform a 30-minute set? And that was how I ended up. I was there to eat. It ended up performing. It was Casa del Rio,
Yeah.
like a Mexican restaurant, and it had like a rooftop bar. It was really cute. And so they let us come up to the top of the rooftop, and then I was able to perform. And yeah. And so then I performed kind of like on your docking pier where like the Ensenada boats and stuff
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
load
Yeah.
up. They kind of just let me set up also there. And I got to just do one of my dreams of just kind of performing for tips, and like it turned out really successful, and then I ended up at another venue after that.
Oh
So it
man.
was totally unplanned, just going with the flow on vacation, and I'm like, wow, I just ended up singing
Yeah.
in Mexico, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's a bucket list deal, right?
Yeah, that was
Busking.
awesome.
Yeah, busking in Mexico. That's dope. You man,
Right.
I'm jealous. That's what's happening. So speaking of performing, where else have you performed here recently, or do you have anything coming up in the near future? And if you do, where?
June and July were crazy. For Juneteenth, the month of June was insane. I
Yeah.
performed at LA, Oakland, Hanford, Visalia, and Fresno's Juneteenth in that
Oh my
month.
God.
Also at the Black Family Expo.
Okay.
And I will be performing on the 28th at a place called Breakbox Collective. And it's kind of like resetting and recharging. It's like downtown Fresno area. And then I actually performed at Aldo's. I
Wow.
performed at Switch nightclub. I've been doing quite a bit of performing pretty much everywhere I've been invited lately because I just have been wanting to promote Double Back and get it in front of people and perform it live so they can get that feel in person as much as possible.
Yeah. And so speaking of double back, we'll play the video in a little bit. I think the
Okay.
song is absolutely spectacular. I love the
Thank
feel
you.
of it. I'm a percussionist also. And so I
Okay.
love that. I love the way it's done. So when you were let me ask you this. Did you write that one? Is that one written by you?
Yes, that is 100% written by me.
I can tell.
Some of the production was done by me. But the words were actually something that I was actually going through. It was a true story about a very toxic relationship that had a hold on me for over 10 years. And so I
Years.
actually wrote about that. Yes. And I was not going to drop it. So what I did was I kind of showed it to a lot of my musician friends, and everybody was like, you have to drop that. And I was like, well, I feel like it's a little too like showing my vulnerability and like where I was at that time. And they were like, yeah, that's exactly why you need to drop it. And so many people were like, you got to drop that. People were like, that touched me. I could relate. And so it really encouraged me to share because, sometimes as artists, we don't want to share like our vulnerable moments, but those like sometimes are the best moments to share with the people that follow you so they understand like I'm a real person. I
Yeah.
have struggles. I cry, I go through stuff just like everybody else. And that was something that was really close to my heart. And it was really a reality for me because I just couldn't let that person go
Yeah.
for a very long time. So yeah, it's a true story.
Yeah, 10 years is a long time. And I think that the place of being vulnerable and writing in that vulnerability and expressing it as the actual artist on a track, the words hit differently, especially when you're able to personify what you've put on paper, because that's a real life experience. It
Right.
it's not somebody just saying, "Hey, here's something that I wrote, make it your own."
Right.
It's something that is you. That's you on paper. It's your own. So that place of vulnerability, I think that's probably one of the deepest crux of actually performing and being able to get into a song, get into that mood, and not just that, but working through the process of healing from where you just
Right.
came from, right? Because I
Yeah.
let me ask you this instead: when you perform this song, is it the same feel now as it was while going through it? And I know it's a bit of a foolish question, but kind of walk me through the evolution of performance or writing performance and where you are now and how that healing kind of looks.
Every time I sing it, it still heals me a little.
Mm,
And I think that's because when you don't share stuff that's inside of you, I think that it causes, this is going to sound weird, but like when you don't share the gift that God gave you and what you're meant to share, I think that causes depression
mm,
and anxiety and other things. And I realized that who I am as an artist, that is what I have to do. I have to create and I have to give out what I create because it gives me joy to see other people relate to it. And that might help somebody else through that same situation.
mm.
And looking back on it, it depends on the day because I'm human, right? So some days I'm singing and I'm like, damn, this is like opening up those chapters. And then sometimes I'm singing it from a place of like gratitude because I'm not in that position anymore. So
Mhm.
it's like, it's nice to be able to look back at where I was and like appreciate how amazing I was able to write what I was feeling, and it still hits me in my chest when I hear it.
Yeah, yeah. So my my moniker, as it was, J Glass the Movement, you kind of summed that up. Uh, I was telling a buddy of mine not too long ago that music is an infinite verb, and it doesn't have an endpoint. It's a continuation. It's a movement. It's a journey through every place, valley, and peak that we ever go through as people
Right.
experiencing humanity. And again, I absolutely love this track. I love the way you're performing it. I love your interaction with it. And I listened to it and I was like, yeah, nah, that's all her. That's all hers. So let's play the video, but I want you to set us up for what we're about to hear and experience through this.
Um, well, it's like a rap singing feel. And when I made it, I was just like, I can't sing these verses. I feel like the way I feel right now, I need to rap this
Yeah,
because I was angry, like I was hurt, I was vulnerable, and I was like, call me a bitch, like you be one too, because sometimes I can't stand you, and that's sometimes the reality of the parts of love that we don't want to talk about.
yeah,
So that's why it took a lot for me to really, because I was like, ooh, that might be too much. I might, scare people that follow my music. But then I realized that people actually accepted it more because they were like, oh, that's real.
yeah,
You're not the only one who's been there. That's real. I felt like that too. And that made me realize, like, never be scared to share your music or your story. You never know who that might help. It might encourage somebody else to write a song that they might be holding in. They're like, dang, well, maybe I should drop this song because I was kind of going through something and I was kind of shy and didn't want to tell people, but that might be what connects me to more people.
yeah.
Because from this actual song, it actually has connected me to a lot of people in a way that I didn't think. Even men were like, shoot, no, not just women. I can relate to that song
Oh,
too.
absolutely. Yeah,
So, I mean, it definitely was very dear to my heart. So,
yeah,
I'm glad that it is loved by you and others that are supportive of the song. It really makes me happy that I went forward with dropping it.
yeah. I let my kids listen to it because I was excited about it, and I was like, hey, listen, this young lady I'm about to interview her, this song is so dope. I looked back in your catalog a while ago and I've continued listening to your songs, and I had forgotten for some reason you've got a potent flow. Like you anyway, we're about to check it out. So let me
Okay.
add that to the stage and let me make sure we can hear you over background music, and let's get into this video.
Yes, sir.
Like how you move that, groove that, do that, cruise that, make it so easy to choose. And confuse that, use that, it's facts, need that, something I just can't lose. You make me have to double back, right? When I think I had enough of that, I come right back to you. Call me a bitch, and you be one too. No lie, most of the time I can't stand you. Backing up my shit, yeah, just like I plan to. Too much energy wasted trying to understand you. Getting cute with my girls, gonna get up and go. Let the road trip lit, cruising on the road. Book the room with a view, chilling by the coast. Ignoring all my villains, I'ma make another toast. Lower back on shopping, hanging in my zone. Tell us this vibe flowing, nothing can go wrong. Now it's got me in this ride, and here I am alone. Thinking that my happy home. Gotta double back. Like how you move that, groove that, do that, cruise that, make it so easy to choose. You confuse that, use that, it's facts, need that, something I just can't lose. You make me have to double back, right? When I think I had enough of that, I come right back to you. You can't reach me because your car's blocked. Either that or my phone off. I know if I answer, then it's gonna be an argument. You gonna say I'm tripping and I ain't using common sense. Keep talking about the past, I feel it ain't relevant. I don't wanna think, I just wanna get hella bent. 1 minute you make me wanna say the hell with it. Then with one look, you remind me that you haven't said. I gotta double back. Every time I move to something new, you remind me that there's no one like you. I can move that, groove that, do that, groove that, make it so easy to choose. You can view that, you that, expect me that, something I just can't lose. You make me have to double back, right when I think I had enough of that. I come right back to you.
Yes. Yes. Super dope track. I love that joint. I
Thank
love
you.
it. Yeah, no, look. Thank you for being vulnerable enough to share that with the people, because you giving us what we need. I'm gonna tell you that.
Absolutely. There will
Yeah.
be much more peaceful music coming, less cussing. I think I'm done with that.
Yeah. So
But then how life is, you never know. No, I'm just playing.
hey, life be life, and you dig,
It
life be life
does.
for sure. So the reason why I love that track so much, right? And it's because it's not just highlighting your ability to lay down a potent flow, to hit a verse, right, and do it powerfully, but also if ain't nobody listening to your vocals in the background, they out of their minds, because you going off on that joint.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So how long did it take you from start to finish to actually get in the studio, produce,
You're
and
going
then?
to be appalled, because this is what happens when it's pure emotion.
Yeah.
So the funny story is, with this particular song, the person I wrote it about was actually the one recording me. So it's so funny. He goes, "Are you writing?" He was like, "So you gonna have me record while you sing about me?" And
Wow.
it was so funny, but I didn't need no. It was ready. It was done and recorded in an hour, because that's
Wow.
literally what I was feeling that day. And I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I need to record. I need to do music right now. I am that type of being. I am actually really a real creator. I have a creative soul, to where when I get overwhelmed, or if I get extremely happy, or if I get extremely sad, I feel like I need to go write. I need to go get a session. I need to release and do some music. And it just came out like, I was like, bro, I love it. I mean, I just loved how it came out. And I think we were done with that song, between the beat, writing it, and like recording it with the layers, the vocals. I think we were done in like 2 hours.
That's wild.
Yep.
That's wild. Now the the tenacity to have the person you sing about be the same person that's recording you. That's
He actually played a big role in my music. So he also was engineering and producing like most of my past projects that were dropped, like The Struggle Made Me. And actually probably majority of them. His name is Loverboy. He actually was the person recording me up until this point. So
mm,
yes. So he was always somebody who was a big supporter in my music. He always took time to engineer and record and mix and master. So we had already worked together. That was just the first time. He was like, "Are you singing this about me right now?" Like, so that we actually made that 2 years ago, almost three now. So
yeah.
I literally said on that, and I was like, okay, this would be great to come back out in the open with. And I even put it up against some of the songs that I recently did. And to me, I was like, that's still the one I need to get out right now.
Yeah.
Because that is the one that speaks to me, and it spoke to the most people that I showed the actual song to.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's a whole groove. Like when I first heard it, I was like, man, this is almost like a East Coast, not totally, he's like a Philly type of style, which that's one of the things that you're good at, right? That form. But you got some you got some hard hitting West Coast types music I done heard too. So, but what brought you to that point to write it in this fashion, the style that you wrote it in?
I felt like I wanted to give a new age Lauryn Hill vibe
Okay,
because
yeah.
she's one of the artists I really love and respect.
Hmm.
Because who can rap like that and then sing like that on the
Yeah,
same song? So
yeah,
it kind of gave me the girls, you better
yeah,
watch out. How she went from vocals to bars. I was like, let me see if I can do that, but in my own way, about my own situation. Because she was kind of giving her version of what she felt as far as her perspective of men and women. And
yeah,
I gave mine in a perspective of toxic ass love in a relationship.
yeah. So, well, we can that probably be another conversation for another time. Because if it came out to this, looking at the toxicity of it all, I guess the juice was worth the squeeze, as it were.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, because from
And stuff is always really beautiful before it gets like that. When you're with somebody for majority of your adulthood, it's real like that. We were married and it got like that and instead of running from it and trying to put it in the back and not talk about it. I mean, I'd rather be transparent and vulnerable because it's actually a part of me. It's a part of my journey. It's a part of what made me who I am, the woman that I am, the mother that I am now.
yeah, again, like it's such a multi-dimensional song when you just listen to it, from the singing to the lyrics to the harmonies in it. Again, I absolutely love the track. And so when are you going to actually start performing this, or have you already started
Oh,
performing?
I've been performing that since
Now this,
June. I was okay. So the other thing about that song, I was actually testing and performing it to get responses.
yeah.
I've probably performed it 50 times already.
Oh man.
So I was performing it to kind of see what people's feedback is. So that's kind of what was like, okay, you got to drop this because people are like, where's that song at? Where can I find that? Because that's dope. So that is what encouraged me. This time I did things a little in reverse, being a musician so long. This time I wanted to let the people choose. So I
Mm,
kind of went around letting my peers, letting other amazing professional level and, independent level just kind of hear it and see what they thought. And I mean, from professional peers to, peers from high school, everybody said the same thing. They were like, nah, you gotta drop that. That's
yeah,
that's fire. That's
yeah,
fire. So I was like, okay. And it kind of gave me the confidence, like, okay, that'll be the first one that I drop. Yep.
yeah. And I wish I would have been able to hear it in June, because goodness gracious, I'd have to only like, I could only think that the first time you performed it, the emotion that you had behind it, especially in front
Right.
of the crowd. Oh, yeah,
The first couple times I almost like it was weird because I knew what it meant to me. So I got
yeah,
choked up a little bit because it was like, dang, you're really singing it now. So
yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's definitely a cool little part of me that I'm really grateful to be able to share. And I'm proud of me because I'm not scared to share that anymore.
Yeah.
At the time, I was embarrassed of what I was going through, but looking back on it, it's something that a lot of us go through.
Mm,
Um, it's not always what it seems like in the public eye. So sometimes that might encourage somebody by,
yeah,
them hearing something that you've been through.
yeah. I've never met anybody who's been in love that's never been hurt by love.
Right.
Right. And that
Or it
it's
wasn't real love.
or it say
It
that.
wasn't real.
Yeah, yeah, because being in love expresses all of the human aspects of being alive that can be. It's almost the ultimate or the zenith place in being human or in a relationship with somebody, because you don't know who you gonna turn into during a bad moment,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true. That's
and
very true.
yeah, or a good moment. So, golly, I'm heads over heels with this song. It's absolutely spectacular. Double back, and it's out now. So
Thank you.
where can people go and hear? Wait, before I get that, before I ask that, you said that this was going to be that's the first video, and you got another video coming out on it.
Yes. So I did a mic drop video because, I jumped back in. I'm like, okay, there's new trends now. So I was like, okay, I need a mic drop video because that's the thing now.
Yeah,
I'm looking around, everybody's rapping to a mic in the sky. I was like, that looks cool. I got to do that. So I did
yeah.
two versions. I did a mic drop video, and then I have a official video that I'll be posting pretty soon. It's just been done editing. My boy Snoopy, the one, did the video, and then my boy ICBs did the mic drop video. Yep.
Yeah, shout your people out because they did a spectacular job on even the mic drop video, and I'm sure the video that you're going to be doing next is going to be spectacular. So give your people a shout out, like because rounds of applause
Absolutely.
for them. They're doing amazing. They did an amazing job.
Absolutely.
Right. So
They really did. Yes.
who all on your team is pushing this with you?
So right now I'm still very independent. And I would say like Ma'at Hotep is one of my mentors that I'm still closely working with. As far as this song, I just kind of got my peers and friends together. Not really a team. It's kind of just been me just getting the ball rolling collectively. And what's happening is God is just kind of gravitating people that are meant to be in the process towards me. So I've been running into a lot of amazing people. I mean, from NAM to LA Studios to Central Valley that have been just like believing in the vision, making snippet videos for me, inviting me to perform more places. So I think I had to take the first step and get the ball kind of rolling. And now that I've done that, I feel like God is kind of sending me people to assemble kind of a team now
Yeah,
because it's very much overwhelming sometimes because I'm like, I need to do the content. I need to do the hair and the makeup. I'm needing to do the songwriting. I'm needing to book the sessions. I'm needing to come up with the looks for the videos. And so as of to this point, it's been all me.
wow.
So, and I just reached out and got referrals from both of them for videos, and they're amazing. So I'll be continuing to work with, the amazing people that God is just placing in my life. What I had to do was take the first step and decide that I'm ready to dive back in. And I feel like the rest is just kind of aligning itself.
Yeah. So did you take a small hiatus, a small break before this?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I never took a break from music, so I was still writing for other artists. I was actually in a band. I was doing BGVs, which is background vocals for other artists. I wrote for about 10 other artists, some that you've heard of, and some on the independent level. And I've never stopped. I sing at funerals, so I stay
Mm,
booked. I do funerals. I do national anthem for sports and college games. I do African American national anthem as well as American national anthem. So mixing the professional with now doing my own music and kind of getting back in the club scene at the same time,
yeah.
it's just kind of a shift. So I've always been busy in music. So, but it's just me getting back to, my own personal music now.
Yeah. And I try to do a good job with reaching out and kind of like just staying in touch a little bit with everybody, seeing how everybody's doing. And I've noticed I was like, haven't heard much from you in a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that you hit me up and was like, hey, it's
Life was
time.
life in. Life was life in. Had a couple health scares and, successfully survived cancer. So
Hey,
that
for
was a
sure.
thing. And, I'm a mother. So it was
Yeah,
like, and I had a lot of things going on. So now I'm kind of in the place where I can kind of get back. He's 8 now. He's a little bit more independent. And I'm
yeah,
kind of at the place where I'm ready to deep dive back in music. And I want to say this past year, we've been at it. And I've got a lot on the way, a lot of music to share. I got projects dropping. I got an amazing EP that's coming with my brother Shady Nate out of
yeah.
Oakland, a
Hey,
real
man.
Oakland legend. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited for all that's to come, and even for the things that I don't even know is going to happen yet. I'm
Yeah,
optimistic. I'm excited. I'm
you,
ready.
you gotta be. You gotta be. So let me make sure that everybody knows, especially with the menagerie of things that you're doing that you just outlined, right? All the places that you are, the singing that you're doing. How can people get in contact with you when they come across this and they're like, man, I remember there was an interview done with a sister named Monay Sha'Reece. She sings a national anthem, or she sings at this venue. How can people find you?
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram, which is Monay Sha'Reece, the artist, and it's all one word. And I get a lot of my bookings that are outside of California, usually are through my Instagram or my Facebook. And at that time, when I'm contacted on Facebook, which is Monay Sha'Reece on Facebook, I follow up with emails, numbers, and then we kind of can discuss further, depending on what it is that that person is needing. Because I am very multifaceted. So, I mean, I'm down for from church performance, weddings, all the way down to I've done birthday parties for kids, birthday parties for adults, dinners. I've even been booked for like intimate sessions
Yeah.
where there's dinner and they just want a private singer. So I mean, contact me on, Monay Sha'Reece the artist on IG or Monay Sha'Reece on Facebook. And we could chat and I can give more information. I have rate cards, emails, and all of those things. And I definitely I love to work. So, if you need me, I'll come. I'll
So
come.
speaking of email, what is your email?
So I don't share the email until
Okay.
because that's not something I put out publicly.
Sure.
Usually I kind of sift through who's serious and then I follow up with my email because I don't like getting like a lot of spam to my email. And sometimes when you put that stuff out, then you just start getting all kind of emails from people who don't really have any intention on really booking you. I've learned. So I kind of do like a 1-2 step process since I don't have like a manager or anything. I kind of touch bases with people on social media, kind of get an idea of what they're needing, and then we move forward from there with email and my phone number. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. So if y'all thought y'all was finna get a spam address, not
No,
today.
no, no.
Not today. What about Apple and Spotify? You're on there as well, right?
Yes, my music is available on Apple Music and Spotify. It's also on Tidal. Yeah, it's Monay Sha'Reece. So
All
when you type in Monay space SHA little hyphen REECE, you'll see me. You ain't gonna miss me. I'm gonna be right
right.
there.
Yeah, and listen, folks, when you go to look her up, listen to her music. There's a reason why musicians fall in love with vocalists, and she is one of those reasons. Absolutely. Goodness gracious, that's such a great song. Such a beautiful voice, great spirit. So,
Yeah.
as promised, final thoughts as before we check out of here. Let's get some final thoughts from you
Okay.
on anything.
I really did a lot of talking. I probably already said the thoughts, but I just want to let you guys know. Stay tuned. Um, this next chapter, some of the music that I'm working on is I've now been certified as a trauma therapist
Hey,
and a domestic violence coach. So the
hey.
next chapter, I'm working with people that do like sound baths with the bowls, singing bowls. So I'm gonna make a couple songs. I already kind of made them. It'll kind of be more promoting like healing and just grounding, something that I feel like our communities don't talk about
Mm,
often. And there's a lot of issues that are going on in the world right now, which I'll be having some songs that are going to be touching on some of these subjects. So it's going to be real issues that we're facing in America as far as like certain cases that are in the news, things that people are acting like they don't see, but we have to address it as a people. Um, and talking about I'm going to be talking a lot about the things that people don't want to talk about a lot more because this song showed me that's what music is for. That's where you connect with people. You know, somebody may not like it, but it may touch somebody else. So I definitely have some healing stuff. I got EPs coming with some legends from the Bay Area. I've got some amazing things that I'm working on. A couple sync placements. So those will be out in the open, and then I'll be doing a couple international performances this year,
Oh,
and I'll get
wow.
to sing. I'll get to sing in the UK really soon.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
been on my bucket list for a while too. But just stay tuned because I have so much. I have so much to give this time around, and I will be dropping heavily, heavily.
Yeah, you've always had a lot to give, and I've always appreciated you having time for the little people like us and dropping by and blessing us with your music and your words. That absolutely appreciated. I'm so happy that you're pushing forward again. I'm happy that you are courageous enough to share your vulnerabilities with us and all of that. And I just have one more question, and that is, would you please come back and let us know what you're doing? Don't be a stranger.
Of
Uh, yeah,
course.
because again, you family here on the Family Bloodline.
I'm gonna
Never
message you every time I got a new song now.
threat. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. Listen, like we'll be on here all day, every day. I'm the CEO and owner of this thing. Hey,
Okay.
it's all me. So yeah, let's do it whenever you want. You always have an open spot. You never have to worry about time. If you got it, I'll make it too.
Okay. Sounds good. I appreciate you so much for having me too.
Absolutely. So I'll drop this outro, and again, I absolutely appreciate you coming by. So hang on the line
Thank
for a second.
you.
Yes, I got you. Give me 1 second.
Okay.